Welcome to the review of
Doctor Who, An Unearthly Child. It aired on November the 23rd, 1960. Well, the first part did. So we're going to be sharing our thoughts on this new review series on the Zkmsc channel. If we could, it'd probably be on a different channel, but that'd take a while to sort out. So, welcome. We're going to be talking about An Unearthly Child today.
So basically, it's good, but really only the first episode is like...
Yeah, it adds a lot of mysterious. Also, Susan, she's such a good character first episode, so mysterious, and then by episode 2, she's just whining and screaming, and she's just so pointless. Like, Ian is a really good addition, William Russell's a good actor. He didn't do a lot after Doctor Who. Before that, he was in The Adventures of Sir Lancelot in the 50s, the first ever colour England show shot in colour. They didn't do a lot of stuff shot in colour in England until the 70s, so after that he didn't really do a lot. I mean, he had a recurring role on Coronation Street for a while, and now Barbara, she's really good. The actress also didn't really do a lot after Doctor Who, or aside from Doctor Who. I mean, she came back briefly in Tom Baker's story. Let's talk about what the cavemen like. I think the acting's pretty good for them.
Yeah, and it's the first ever episode.
Yeah.
And the first episode is really the highlight of the entire story, really.
And then it just gets very dull and boring. And also Doctor, he's much more gruff at this point. Remember that part where he tries to kill a caveman with a stone? And then Ian stops him. It's Doctor wouldn't do that now. He wouldn't grab a stone and go...
The Unearthly Child could have been a 2-parter or something.
Yeah, but it's the start of a show. Starting the show with 2 episodes, with one story, that'd feel a bit rushed. The rest, the instruction, that was just boring. Well, we're not going to get into that at the moment. That'll be a review for later. There's not a lot to say about it. Oh, let's talk about the unearthed pilot.
Oh, yeah. The unearthed pilot is...
it's awful. Also, there's this one scene. You remember that part where they kind of make Susan to be kind of alien in the original version, in the main version, where she's playing this instrument?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in the original, in the unaired version, you can see this. As Ian and Barbara are meant to enter the room, they get stuck, and they struggle to get in, and then Susan has to just and also Caroline Ford fluffs one of her lines as well.
Yeah,
and also the TARDIS doors went wrong, so opening and closing by themselves, and you could see it in the background.
Yeah, and you can just hear boom. Boom, boom, boom,
yeah,
boom.
It was just it's just really just kind of messed up. Fluffing their lines, them getting caught and not being able to enter a room, ties doors down. Also, the Doctor, he wears in the main version, he wears this cloak, but he wears a suit in this one, and it looks really weird. Well, he does, and it's just really weird. Why is he wearing a suit?
And in the Unearthed pilot, he seems more evil than, I don't know.
He still seems kind of very gruff at first. I'd say it's probably after the 3rd or 4th series of this where he gets a little bit less gruff, but he's still pretty gruff, the first Doctor. Yeah, Ian, he's always really just kind of good. He has a nice humour. He's just really good. Barbara's alright. There's not a lot to her. You always think that Ian and Barbara are going to start dating, but they never do. Susan, I get fed up with her sometimes.
She was only really good in the first episode, then she just kind of becomes a moaning character just all the time.
Yeah, and the Doctor, William Hartnell does give a good point. He does give quite a gruff performance. Makes sense, because before Doctor Who, he was best known for having a lot of war roles in all sorts of shows, so it kind of makes sense. That's kind of all there is to say. There's not a lot that's interesting. You might say this is the birth of a new show. Oh, it's brilliant, but it kind of sucks. Really. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
What?